Well, let's see. Get you to a place where, there we go, that's a little better. Man, it's been a rough 2 months. It's been a crazy 2 months. If I go back my main timeline 2 months ago, I would love my life. Right? I would love it. But things change so fast. You know? And we're coming up on that year. Let me invite some people. I should have just tagged some of y'all, but to me, I think that's kind of rude to invite you to this conversation. And without giving you the chance to agree to it or not. You know what I mean? And I want to speak some life into us real quick this morning. Because I see a lot of us going through it. By one way or another, a lot of us are going through some shit. You know, I'm not the only one. And some of y'all let me know that you couldn't even tell I was going through a goddamn thing. And that means I figured something out throughout all the mistakes and stuff I made in my life. You know what I mean? But here's a life lesson. And when I see at least one number pop up here this early Saturday morning, because I know a lot of y'all, if you ain't at work, you still sleep. I know a lot of night owls and stuff. You know what I mean? And people got all kinds of good things and bad things going on in their life. Now, there's this Mars retrograde thing going on. And I got something from my grandfather, Jerome McAllister Sr., that he shared with his kids and his kids shared with me. And that is not liking the idea of not being in control of your own destiny. I do not like the idea of not being in control of my own destiny. To me, it's ludicrous, it's asinine, it's ridiculous. Everything I've done has gotten an equal or opposite reaction. It's physics, it's law, it's science. If I made good choices in life, I got good results. If I made bad choices in life, I got bad results. So that just goes to show that what we put into life, we get out of it. And good morning, I can't see who you are yet. But oftentimes, we find ourselves in this really, really low point in life. And no matter what we try to do, it don't turn around. No matter how hard we push, it seems like we're getting nowhere. It causes us to isolate. It causes us to stuff our emotions so they come out sideways. Right? That's my man Orlando down there in Florida. What's up with you, bro? It causes us to actually have the potential to be abusive to our family members, our friends. And abusive don't mean like you automatically whooping somebody. You know, words or lack thereof is considered abuse too. A lot of us who've never taken a domestic abuse class or domestic violence class would be shocked at how normalized some levels of domestic violence and abuse are. How normalized some methods of emotional and mental abuse are in our family homes, in our cultures, in our societies, and everything. But it all boils down to the individual that's going through it. Boils all the way down to the individual that's going through it at the time. Because, hey, I could have freaked out when my apartment flooded and got tore up and stuff, right? You know, I laughed when my beds got soaked. old girl I was talking to was like, why are you laughing? I said, this is the best thing I could do right now. Because I could get really upset about this, and I wouldn't be a very pleasant guy to be around. You know what I mean? I could have got super, super pressed when old girl flipped the script. Talk about my brat-ass kid and come get my shit right before I go to work. I could have been hella pressed. Super mad, losing control after my daughter told on that woman about putting her in a cold shower and saying all kinds of crazy shit to my daughter, scaring my baby, and trying to turn it around on me. But instead, I have to keep focused. You know, my birthday got fucking ruined and some more stuff, yo. You know, shout out to like a couple people who like reached out to me, hollered at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't got very many real friends around me in my life, and I'm okay with that. Life goes on, right? Because it's all about attitude. You get your attitude from perception, right? And the way I look at it is, I'm going through some bullshit right now. And every time I get up out of that bullshit, my cup overflows, y'all. Every time. Every time. I was talking to my mom on my birthday. You know, her husband's hearing, you know, what the hell I'm going through. And he kind of smiled and shook his head. He said, you know what? Marcus always finds himself in a tough jam at least 3 times a year. I don't know if I attract this shit or what. Because sometimes I do the right goddamn thing, right? And I don't get the reward for doing the right thing. But, you know, from my days of teaching the Bible, and I used to like to teach out of the book of Proverbs and everything, because there's wisdom and mental food for life in that, you know. And it says, and it gives us understanding that sometimes blessings come to the wicked. The blessings of the righteous come to the wicked. And sometimes the blessing of the wicked comes to the righteous. And trying to understand that, it's like grasping at the wind and trying to hold on to it. All you're going to do is burn yourself out trying to do the impossible. It's just the way of the world. But it's how we deal with it. Because one thing that's true in Christianity, right, that's kind of like common sense, is the reward is there for those who endure and go through the tribulations in life. And yes, every time it's there. Because you go through your ups, you go through your downs. I don't know anybody, and I don't care how much money that you got, to where it's always a happy, bright, cheerful, sunshiny, functional, non-toxic day in your world. Everybody got problems. Everybody goes through it. And sometimes you just don't notice it on people because they were given life skills to be able to deal with that stuff. You know what I mean? So, we speak life into everything, right? All right? You have it in your mind. You keep telling yourself over and over again, I'm sick of living like this. I'm going to do better. Right? Eventually, you're going to get sick of living the way you are, and you're going to do better. You're going to be programming your mind. Right? And check me out, Chris. You're going to be programming your mind to draw blessings in. Instead of telling yourself, like me telling myself, ain't no woman out there for me. My woman died. Not other female in the world besides my baby girl is going to love me like Bonnie Ann did. Do you think that I'm opening the door for that to come into my life if I keep that mentality? If I look myself in the mirror and say that every day? No, I'm closing that door. I'm not even going to give nobody the chance. I'm not. So we have to speak life into ourselves. Good morning, niece and nephew. We have to speak life into ourselves. Good morning, brother. And in speaking life into ourselves, we tell ourselves that we're going to succeed. We're going to find something better. We're going to get over the hump. Right? We're going to get to better days.
Yeah, I got the car on right now.
You know, and we're gonna have these blessings and stuff from what was taken away from us. And can't nobody do that for you but you. Now, it's really easy to let somebody come into your life and tear you down.
9 times out of 10, when somebody comes into your life and tells you something really messed up about you, you're going to believe them. Right? 9 times out of 10, when somebody tells you something really good about yourself, you're not going to. Because, well, we're going to think that they want something out of us or whatever. But that has everything to do with what? Perception. The way that we look at things. You know? Everything happens in its own season. In its own time. Over its own period of time. At the right time for you. So me, my house all tore up. Me having to go through that. Me learning about women like that. Again, right? Still got my job. My car's fucking up. I got to take that shit to the shop again on Monday. It like died on me on the way over here. You know, it's doing some of the same stuff. It just don't overheat no more. You know, because I got a new fan in there. But you know, things are hard. It's like I'm pissing in the wind. You know? And if you're a guy and you try to go pee outside, probably as a young man that you learn to not put your stream into the wind. It's just going to run back all over your leg. You're going to be running around smelling pissy all day because you just didn't turn the other direction. You know what I mean? But we got to speak life into our success more so than we speak life into our failure. We got to speak life into our happiness more so than we speak life into our misery. Right? We got to speak life into our love more so than we speak life into our hate. For real. We have to. Hey, thank you, Katie. Hey, you know what? This it's like on my heart, like the word of God this morning to tell y'all this, right? So happy Sabbath day and all that stuff, and not consideration and not light and everything. This ain't gonna turn into no Bible lesson or anything. This is a life lesson. This is a life lesson. Because you're going through hard times. Ain't you sick of living like that? Ain't you sick of feeling fucked up every single day? Ain't you sick of giving somebody your energy that don't give 2 shits about you?
That's her mom.
I got sick of that a long time ago. I know exactly what it looks like. Can't nobody love me like me. Just like nobody can love you like you. We don't require no validation, no approval, no appraisal from anybody outside of ourselves. Because I don't care I don't care if you live in foul as could be. If you okay with that, you're gonna sleep good at night. Perception. It's your state of mind. It's what we got. It's why you know what? My life is really, really complicated right now, but I can still smile. Right? I'm not losing my patience with my child. The main only person in my life.
Gone forever.
Being allowed to enjoy life. And if you're sick of it, Chris, guess what? You have the choice. You have the choice to say, you know what, today, I'm taking back control of everything about me. There is no outside force in the world that's going to cause me to feel a certain way, think a certain way, react a certain way, get stuck in a fucked up mentality at all. I'm going to be free from all of that. I'm going to be free from all of that. Try saying that self to you that you know what you've been going through the last 2 months, just like I know what I've been going through the last 2 months. You know what you face every single day. You probably got this one problem on your mind that drives you crazy on your way to sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, there it is staring at you, waiting for you. Guess what else is waiting for you? Everything that's rightfully yours. Your peace of mind, right? Your security, your health, your family, right? Your life is sitting there waiting for you every single day. You got to live it. You got to live it. You got to live it. You know? Hey, remember me? Remember me before I came here to Arizona? My life was toe up when our house burnt down. We had to live in cars, and the car broke down, and we had to stay where the fuck we could. Then here I am. I'm pushing my baby around in a stroller in a blanket that has all of our belongings in it, everything that we had in this world. Me and this kid, we lost it all and got it back. You know what I mean? But for me to come from homeless, addicted to drugs, and a very toxic relationship, right? I told myself one day, I'm sick of living like that. True story. I was driving around all night. It was like a Friday or Saturday night. Ava's mom done ran out the car to go party somewhere, whatever the fuck she was doing. Ava's asleep in the backseat of the car, and I just wanted to park somewhere so I could try to get some kind of rest. But it was raining, and it was a pretty violent night in Minneapolis, and no matter where I went, it was way too busy for me to feel safe about parking anywhere and closing my eyes to go to sleep. So I drove around all night. And at this point, I was sick of it. I was dead sick of it. I started yelling, "Help!" I cried to God, "If you're there, hear me. Help." I made one Facebook post, "I need help." And that's when some of the new generation Black Panthers reached out to me to show me what black love and black power is, and help me get in a position to where I was able to make this jump down here and continue my fucking life and get back on my feet and get off of fucking drugs and shit and know how to, hey, Ava, headphones and stuff. That's loud, kid. And know how to recognize toxic relationships and stay away from them and everything. So I had to go and not look back, yo. You know what I'm saying? But Chris, that's the you. I don't know if you met me then, because I'd be at the bus stop on East Lake Street by the East Lake McDonald's. I remember one day I was there. It was raining outside. I'm hitting everybody up. Hey, can I come by? All I got's food stamps. I can make your family dinner. I would just really appreciate it if I could give my baby a bath. And motherfuckers was laughing at me. While I'm stuck in a bus stop with my daughter who's barely 2 years old in the fucking rain. People laughed. Anybody else who could help me out, they were too far away for me to reach by being on the bus. I would have spent 3 hours on a bus, 3.5 hours on a bus just to go take a shower somewhere. You know, I remember that day I had like a couple bucks in cash. I got a McDouble or something from fucking McDonald's right there, and I took a bite of it and I gave the rest to my kid. And that's what I ate that day.
It's a she, not a he.
We can come back from anything. I weighed 111, 112 pounds when I got here. And I was already off of drugs for a couple months. So it wasn't that. We were only acquaintances then, Katie. You know, we were only acquaintances then. A few people from the activist community, Melvin's one guy who saw me in the streets and said, "Here you go, bro. I see you out here trying." You know, and some people from the activist community back home would I still feel it, because that was a very, very, very very low point in my life, but I learned what love is from that point in my life. You know what I mean? I learned what love is from that point in my life. You know? And if I didn't have nobody behind me at that point in time, right? I probably could have lost my kid. I could have ended up in prison or some shit. I would have gave up. You know? But I had support. It just takes one person to believe in you, yo. That's why I get mad when I see people like really, really hard on people that's like stuck, you know, in addiction and depression and mental illness and some more shit. They don't know how to get out of that stuff, because that's a depressing, cold fucking world where nobody loves you. You know, it's a real fucked up world when nobody loves you. Pac said it. It's hard to carry on when no one loves you. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful and I'm humble, you know, for all of that. And that's why I got this passion. I hate seeing us going through it. I don't mind when I go through it. I know I'm going to be all right. But that don't mean that you know that. So I got to pull your coat and I got to tell you, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You know, if you find yourself surrounded and there's no love there, go where the love is. And Chris, yo, I don't know that I would have kept going if I didn't have my network. Very small network of people that wouldn't let me give up. Yo, I'm not perfect. I've had suicide attempts and stuff. I live with mental illness. I walk with it every day. You'd be crazy too if you got shot in the face. And it's very hard to get out of depression, yo. It is. You know, the 2 out of the 3 years, actually the whole 3 years I was with Ava's mom, I was depressed, feeling like I'm not good enough and stuff. Me, right? You know what I mean? Before that, for a long time, I could make up all these excuses to be depressed, or I can get the fuck over that shit and move on and take back control of my life. And if I can make that choice, guess what? I'm not that special. You, him, her, them too, y'all can go ahead and make that choice. You know what I mean? And guess what? If you want to get up out of that stuff, you'll be, like, you truly want it, you'll be willing to do whatever it takes. Even if that means taking your kid, filling up a backpack and a duffel bag, and leaving everything behind, and moving across the country to start brand new. I don't know that I would have been able to stay in Minneapolis and do like this. I have a lot of temptation back home. You know, I have a lot of temptation back home. No, I wouldn't have quit doing dope. I wouldn't have quit selling the shit. That's easy money, yo. Bread. But problems. You know what I'm saying? But there came to a place, and I love Minneapolis, right? I dropped Ava off at her Unci's house, her grandma's house, right? And I walk her mom over to the treatment center on Park Avenue, right? And drop her off there, let her know I love her, I want her to get better, please, you can beat this, XYZ. You know what I mean? And as I walked back, I got to like 24th of Chicago, and I looked around, and everything looked familiar to me, but it just wasn't home no more. There was over 20 years I could be in Minneapolis, and it felt like home, but at this point it didn't. And I knew at that point in time that, you know, it was time to move on. I didn't even tell my mom I was coming here. I told my mom I'm on my way. My plane lands in Phoenix this day. You know, so I didn't even tell nobody that I was coming here. There's a couple people that said, "Hey, I'm out, y'all." Like my cousin Julian, a couple people like, "I'm leaving, bye." But I was here for up to a year. And this is real. I was here for a whole fucking year before some of y'all even noticed I was gone. I don't know what the hell's on my head right there. Probably nothing. But yeah, I was gone for almost a whole year before some of y'all even noticed I was gone. You know? And so like my biggest trip up, right, is the art of hurry up and wait when I could just make this happen a little quicker. Like right now, I have limited funds and stuff. I want to just get an air mattress, and they painted my bedrooms. Look how they got our rooms done now, right? And see, I could have been freaking out about this, but this shit would have got done in the same amount of time. Okay? So, of course, I got the paper down. Boom.
James was taking my school stuff.
Hey, don't be messing with her. You gonna be on. Hey, little boy, let me tell you something.
And that's all
Hey, let me tell you something.
have done first.
Don't be giving. This is my house, and ain't no bullying, picking on, messing with nobody in my house. You got it?
I'm saying naughty.
All right, little boy.
Naughty boy.
Yes, we got walls in our apartment now. We got walls in our apartment. So my plan of action is to actually get my ass out to the swap meet, because they have these they have a decent bed out there. It's a queen size bed. It comes with a frame and everything. It don't need a box spring. It just sits up on the. Pick your stuff up off the floor and quit telling. Cause I ain't doing that this morning. Quit telling and quit doing stuff to tell about. Y'all ain't gonna put drama in my morning. I like peaceful, happy mornings. Get along or leave each other alone. Like I was saying, like boom. So I'm gonna go out and try to get this bed from the swap meet. That's gonna hit me for $250, and then me and Ava will have somewhere to sleep until I can get her bed. You know what I'm saying? So why don't I buy her bed first? Because she don't even sleep in her bed. She sleeps with me. Neither her nor I like sleeping alone. It's cold season too. So who do I get to cuddle? My booyah kid. You know what I'm saying? We have to speak life into that, right? You know? Because like when all this happened and everything, I laughed. Here we go. All right, strap up, put your bulletproof vest on. It's going to be a long ride. It's going to be bumpy, right? I knew I was going to go through some shit, right? I knew there was going to be lessons to be learned in it. And I knew that after I get done getting through all that I'm going through, better days are coming. I don't know how yet. I ain't going to question it. I'm just going to move forward and know that it is. Slowly but surely, I see it unfolding. So like I was saying, I kind of want to just go get air mattresses, right? And hurry up and just come move. I want to be home.
It's too hard.
I want to be home. Hey, thank you, Katie. I want to be home. I want to just lay up in my room all fucking day.
Where's Harry going?
And play on my phone and not do shit. Just one day. By myself. I don't care. Shit. By myself, I don't care. And guess what? I got to be uncomfortable for a little while to get that back. And especially those of us in a social change and equal justice society, activist community, we know that if we want change, right? Then you have to be uncomfortable for a while. That don't only apply to like racism and sexism and the isms, right? It applies to everything that we go through. Right? Back when I was younger, right? Your chief, Big Foe, right? He told me, he said, what are you celebrating every day? Every day. Sparking up, drinking. What are you celebrating? Y'all are different. In my day, we wouldn't do that unless we had a reason to. Do you want to get ahead in life? Do you want to level up? Well, if so, you're going to have to go hungry. You're going to have to tighten up your belt. You might have to punch another hole in it, right? Probably going to have to cut back on your alcohol and chronic intake, right? And hang on to some money so you can level yourself up. You know? And that's the truth. It's the truth. Well, the same thing comes back to us and everything that we got to do today to get through what we going through. What's up, my brother? To get through what we going through. Real talk, because when we going through these hard times and shit, we could be all the way fucked up about it, right? Right? I got all these weird people adding me on this page. We could feel all the way fucked up about it. We could sabotage ourselves by smoking and drinking and pissing away all our money. We can squander, feeling poor me. Or we can get peace and listen. Take time to hear and see what the universe and the ancestors have to show us. Accept that lesson and move forward so that we can receive our blessings.
I pitched in the rest of it, but we got an 8. Took me over something, yeah. Because I'm flowerless.
Yes. But hey, check it out, y'all. I'm going to get about my day, and this is the vibe. All day long. Speak life into
What?
the positivity of your life.
Yeah.
You know, my man Antonio said something really profound yesterday, and I'm going to carry it with me until I can't carry it no more. All this bullshit going on in life, and you only die once, and you don't know when that day is going to come. You better enjoy your time while you're here. That's a choice too. You better enjoy your time while you're here. Hey, let me tell you something. Me and my little girl, we could be happy no matter what the hell we going through. We were happy living in that car, and we could pull into a park. I'm pulling into a park because I don't want to waste gas. She says it's time to play. It's perception and everything. You know? And then when me and Ava first moved into our own apartment down here, she looked at me and she was 2, dude. She was 2, yo. Said, Dad, we have a home. And felt proud and told me her whole little life story for the 3 minutes that it took, right? I felt really good about coming home. And I got there. Why? Not only because I didn't give up, because I had people in my corner that wouldn't allow me to give up. You know? Real talk. So, bottom line is you speak life into everything that you talk. Positive self-talk will get you in good places. Negative self-talk, you might as well shoot yourself in both feet, right? If you're surrounded by a whole bunch of hate, go where the love is. And if you can't be with the ones you love, love the one you're with, especially if you're alone. Because a lot of us need to take more lessons on loving ourselves, right? A lot of us are going through a whole lot of garbage right now. But don't give it no more power. You realize you're going to go through it and your blessings are going to come. I got to get ready to up jump the boogie. I'm getting some overtime today. Yay, yay. Love to love you. I'm out.